Yo, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? Look where we're at. Jesse and I are at the Tesla dealership, and we're about to test drive a Model X. Not because I can afford one. Jesse might be able to, but me, no. But hopefully the dude doesn't come with us, and we can see what it does. So. All right, so we went to the wrong location, and now I found this awesome parking spot. But you know, it's for sovereign citizens only. All right, so we're at the dealership. I guess you can call this a dealership. It's in the mall, and there's music playing, so I'm gonna shut this up real quick. All right, I'm currently in the driver's seat. Look at this windshield. It goes from there it starts to tint right here, starting to tint, but it goes all the way back to there. And then you got this gigantic monitor with a map of all of Tampa on it almost. Pretty much. Yeah, that's all of Tampa, plus some. Here's your display. Here's your steering wheel, volume, Bluetooth. I don't know if there's stuff in the behind it. I just had to sign some agreement that I'm responsible for all damages, so I'm going to be driving very slow, or very carefully anyway. So, cool beaners. Check this feature out. Open this up. You got, I don't know what that's for. I guess you could probably rearrange them to do whatever you want. And as soon as you let it go, automatically closes. You got this here. You just push that down. Boom. You got a little storage case. You can hide your stuff there. And you got this cup holder. And if you're not using the cup holder, you just slide these forward. Hides the cup holder away. How do you open the glove? You know? Is it on here?
Mm-hmm.
The glove compartment's on here?
Somewhere now.
All right. Forget the glove compartment. But yeah, it's pretty simplistic.
Model X is 105. Yeah. It used to be.
This one? Unlocks. You walk near the door, it opens. You walk behind the door, it opens all the way. You're gonna go passenger side, right? Go ahead.
And then once you get in, you put your foot on the brake. It'll close the driver door.
Oh, you're kidding me. Come on in, bitch. I want to see this. Go in there and go on that side. What happens if one of your limbs is in the way?
As long as you're underneath the black part of the door, it'll have a sensor. But if there is, if there is something there and it's like this, it'll just stop.
Okay, so it's foolproof basically. Mm-hmm. And then you just tug on that handle and it's shut, huh?
Yeah, you can either do it from the screen or on the handle.
Now, how do you start it?
It's already on. Once you walk up to the car, it already turns itself
it's on.
Yeah.
There's no engine.
For the
hello.
For the
shift.
Once to turn it on to where it's like the motor's ready to run is just having someone in the seat. We'll adjust your seats and everything before we go. So your seat adjustment's good.
Yeah.
Steering wheel's good. Mirrors are good.
Mirrors. Decent. Looks good. What's the center one? It's the closer.
And then your rearview mirror is manual.
Yeah, I did that already. Pretty sleek too. That's like got the infinity screen almost.
Yeah, it's a frameless now, and it's auto doing it as well.
Oh.
So 270 is backed up, so you can't take it, but we'll still do a loop.
That's
around.
okay.
So to your drive stick here, all the way up is reverse, all the way down is drive, and then pushing in the silver buttons to park, and then just the blinkers on the left.
Push it down.
Yep, with your foot on the brake.
I'm ready to roll now.
Yep. So
Am
when
I
you're
going
ready,
left?
you'll go all the way out to the back.
Left or this way?
Either way is fine.
This thing's ready to roll right now.
Yep.
Just drives like a regular car, basically, or
correct.
or
Yeah. So it
better?
has It has air suspension, so as you drive, you can it'll adjust the ride height, and we'll take a right. The biggest thing you have to get used to is the regenerative braking. So when you let your foot off the accelerator, the car's going to feel like it's slowing itself down.
So to recharge.
Yeah, it reduces the time on your
It knows all the cars too.
Reduces the wear on your brakes, and it adds more battery back into the vehicle.
Sure. Is that complaining about my seatbelt?
Yep.
Damn seatbelts. You take your foot off and it doesn't idle. It just stops. That's something different.
And we'll take a right out of here.
Yeah, you're right. It does almost like it's braking when you let go of the accelerator.
And then we'll just continue straight.
Oh wow! Did you feel that, Jess? And I barely touched it. There's no noise. There's no engine noise.
Yeah, the only thing you really hear is just
wind in the tires.
Yep.
Left.
Continue
Straight.
The car is 22, so you have a little bit more road noise than you normally would.
22 what? The wheels?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, kneecaps. Hold on, man.
And then we'll get over into the left lane and take a left at the next stop sign.
Here?
This one. I'll do it.
Jesse, what are you thinking here? Yay? Dude, this thing is awesome, man. 85K they start, huh?
85, yeah. So there'd be a standard range, which is 255 miles of range. They're all standard all-wheel drive. And then everything is standard. So it's 5 seats, black interior, white, the pearl white exterior that you saw from the showroom. And then black at 750, midnight silver, and deep blue metallic are 1500, and then red is 25.
Jesse, it knows all 6 cars ahead of it.
Yeah, that's using all the cameras and sensors that the car has and that's where your blind spot shows as well. So when you're driving, if someone's in your blind spot and you're getting over left to right with your blinker, it'll show you on the screen.
So there's someone coming up on my left. Oh, that is amazing. That is so amazing. So, can I give it a little gas or?
Yeah, there's a stretch of road that we use so you can feel the acceleration.
Okay, good. 29 miles per hour. What is this other lever under here?
So the small nubby one is the one for that. The one in front of that is the autopilot. The autopilot uses the 8 cameras and 12 sensors in the car, and it will auto steer for you. So as long as it sees lane lines, there's a car in front of you. The car is able to accelerate and decelerate as needed and stay within the line and steer for you. The car doesn't see any type of stop signs or stoplights.
Yeah, or trees or poles, right?
No. So, and you always have your hands on the wheel. It's like how you have your hands now. That's how you have to keep your hands on the wheel for that. So if the car has to have you take over control at any time, then you have to take over control.
Sure. This is a gigantic GPS too. Wow. Tell me when we get to that stretch of road, okay?
It's at this light here, we'll take a right.
Okay. You're rolling, right, Jess? So we're going to go on 275? Or?
No, we're going to turn on right on the Cypress here.
Okay.
So the first light, we'll take a right.
You're saying here I can give it a little?
Yeah. So you can go as fast as you can up to the speed limit.
Which is?
Shit.
40.
60? Okay. Wow. Didn't make a sound. It didn't make a sound, Jess. Jess, talk, man. You'd rather have the S over this thing?
Well, it's all preference. So the S and the X are the same platform, it's the same chassis, it's just a different body type. It's the same set of motors and battery between the 2 cars. It's just the body's different. The S's performance is faster only because
it's lighter.
Yeah, the Model X is its curve is 6,000 pounds.
And this is 4 electric motors, basically?
It's just 2. So you have a front axle and a rear axle motor.
Oh, okay. Didn't the originals have one on each wheel?
No, it was speculated they were going to before they came out.
Decide to.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to take a right at this light here. But like for Model 3, it's standard rear-wheel drive, so you have just a rear motor in the back and it distributes power to the front wheels. The S and X are standard all-wheel drive, so it has a motor in the front and a motor in the rear.
But electric motors are no joke. It's not.
Yeah, they're all torque.
Yeah. Like instant torque, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a golf cart.
Yeah, so you really can't like compare it to horsepower.
No.
They're all done in Newton meters.
Is there an equivalent of Newton meter to horsepower?
There is, but it's not like
Accurate.
Yeah.
Vague.
It's basically like when you go like feet, like Celsius to Fahrenheit or inches to feet. It'll have always other decimals. There's no other.
This thing is amazing, man. Amazing. I want one.
And we'll continue straight into the mall.
Where's the nearest bank we can rob?
Right there.
Okay. Lumen Brands?
There's a bank inside of it.
Okay. You're ready, huh? Bring your gat.
So you guys went over to Florida Avenue first, right?
Yeah, we were right there. We thought that was the dealership.
That's our delivery center. So whenever you take delivery of the cars, that's where you would take it.
Oh, I see.
But the
Yeah,
only showroom gallery is here,
there's
the mall.
2 women working there.
What's today? Monday? Yeah. Yeah, they both messaged me saying, "Hey, your customers
Nice
over there."
man.
Oh, thanks. They messaged me like, "Hey, your customers are at the delivery center." I was like, "Oh, okay." But we sent them over to the mall. So
Just look at all these. Look, I know all these cars. We've been on the road 7 minutes. We drove 2.5 miles. 520 WH/MI.
So that's the watt hours per mile. You always want
Oh.
to stay under at least 300. So
And you do that by not beating on it too hard, right?
yeah, so you can see that's where your peaks and your valleys. So your valleys is where you let it off the accelerator. Peaks are when you're hitting it. So your projected range, if you kept driving like you're driving now, it'll be 146 miles instead of the 232. And your average watt hours per mile is 454. So you want to stay above. You want to stay under 300 for the best
Also, I'm averaging 454
watt hours per mile. Yeah. So that's
because only we took a short trip, right? It doesn't have a time to average out, or
no. So it averages out real time. So it's basically like if you get like 30 miles a gallon in a normal car, and you're hitting off the line every time, you're dropping your miles per gallon to like 9 miles a gallon. Same thing here. Your average mile per gallon, your average watt hours per mile is around 300. Anytime above 300 is when you're decreasing the range of the car. You want to stay under 300 and always keep it under the dotted line, which is the best for range.
under the.
Yep.
Can I watch a movie real quick?
It doesn't do any, like a lot of people always ask if you can do like Netflix, but you still have an internet browser. You just can't watch YouTube. Yeah, it doesn't do flash or video. It's just for basic lookups.
Sure. You don't need a TV right there. This is amazing. Jesse, you need to get one of each. He has a CTS right now.
Is that the? I'm never good with Cadillacs.
That's he has a CTS coupe, the ones with the big fat ass on the back.
Oh, okay. So it's the continue straight. At the intersection, we'll take a left.
Okay.
Because Cadillac just went to, instead of doing like whatever they do with their trims, they do theirs in numbers now. They do Newton meters for their horsepower.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They
We
have a
the
couple
right-of-way
electric
now,
cars too, don't they?
Not yet. They're coming up with some. Like because I know like when they introduced it, a lot of people were like didn't understand why they went to the Newton meters, but a lot of people are going to the Newton meters now.
Newton meters for internal combustion, you mean?
Yeah, which doesn't make really any sense. Because like when you look at like the new Cadillacs, they'll say like CTS like 500. That means it does 500 Newton meters of power to the wheels, which it's like normally would say it gets like 400 horsepower or whatever. Now it does 400 Newton meters because they want to. What I read was that they said that they want to.
That's going to be the new terminology, right?
Well, they want to see like the bigger the number, the faster the car is. But in reality, it's not really like that. It's just like really it's like a marketing thing because people look for bigger numbers.
Right.
It's like their base is like 200, and that would be like their baseline, and then 600 is their max. So it's like 246.
Okay.
So you choose like a CTS 200 Newton meter or 400 Newton meter, and that's what.
But they're still gas powered.
Yeah.
I believe they have an electric sedan right now.
They might, but I haven't heard of it.
They have an electric coupe called the ELR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
I
a
didn't know
sedan.
Cadillac.
That's a sedan.
Yeah, I didn't know
No,
Cadillac
it's a
had
coupe.
Is it a coupe?
It's
Two-door?
2 doors, yeah. And they just announced yesterday that they're coming out with an all-electric Escalade.
Oh, wow.
2021 or 2022.
Dude, I want this right here. I could live with
And
this
then
thing.
we'll do the first right here.
Justin, man, we appreciate you, brother.
No problem. Okay, so it's a 35-mile battery only, and then all the way back.
What is?
For that ELR, I was just looking at that.
What happens after that?
Then you kick into gas.
Oh,
So
it's
the
not
hybrid.
all electric.
Yeah. I only made it for 2 years.
I didn't like leopard print until today.
But it's 35 miles for battery only, and then 300 miles total for gas.
Okay. So they don't have a full electric. All right.
There's only the Bolt and us or fully electric. Any other car that shows they're electric still has a gas.
What is Bolt?
The Chevy Bolt.
Nissan Leaf too?
Volt.
Leaf still have a gas backup.
Wow.
The Nissan Leaf?
We'll reverse into the middle. Yeah, the Leaf still have a 5-gallon tank back.
Tell me again.
You mind if I get out real quick and...
That thing is unreal. Go fund me right now.